So we're going to do silver right now. Should you invest in silver? Is silver a good thing? Well, let's look at what silver actually is used for right now. Silver you can actually use for computering and wiring. Telephone poles use this. Sometimes they use copper. But silver is a very good thing to get into right now. Honestly, silver is one of the best investments right now. If you actually look online, Robert Kiyosaki actually says invest in silver. He bought silver when it was $5 an ounce. Right now, silver is about $32, $33 an ounce. I actually have, this is 1 ounce. This is 1 ounce, 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver from the Silver Corp right now. It's actually one of the best. But we're going to explain to you why you actually should. There are pros and cons of it. Okay? There's a pro and con for silver. There's also gold out there, but we're going to do silver. Silver is actually a pretty good investment because when you think about it, the silver goes up. It goes up gradually. It's more of a delayed gratification kind of precious metal. So silver now actually comes in big blocks, just as you actually see here, or you can actually get it in just the ounce form. So silver, should you invest, should you not? Well, let's find out what it's actually used for. Silver is also used for electronics. Whenever you have a cell phone, there's going to be silver in there. In fact, there might be more gold than silver in there, and it's definitely going to be a lot of copper in there. They actually use it for the contacts. So silver is used for electronics. Silver is used for carrying electricity better than copper. Silver will always work better than copper, definitely. But should you invest in it? Now, if you're investing in silver right now, I would actually have you use a trade architect, or use something that actually tells you what time you should buy silver at. Silver is at about $33 an ounce. You should wait. The second silver, they say the best time for silver to dip is any time it gets back down to as close to $20 an ounce. It's not going to get back down all the way. But what will happen is that it will dip here. Anytime it goes to around $30 an ounce is the best time to buy it, because that's the actual lowest they say it will actually go. Silver was at 28, went down, went up to 30, okay? Then it went down, then it went up again to about 33, 35, hit 37. Anytime it passes its $5 margin, the $5 margin is something investors actually use. Anytime the gold at its current state, let's say it's actually at 30, better yet, let's say it's 35 right now, and something happens, we actually end up adding more jobs into the economy, silver is going to drop down. Now, what happens? Anytime over thousands of jobs are added to the economy, the precious metal value goes. You have to understand something. Precious metals are America's backup plan. If there are a lot of jobs coming into the economy, precious metals are actually worth less. There's no need to invest in precious metals until there's a problem in the economy. If there's no problem, there's no need to invest in it. Very simple. Now, in January, we added around 200,000 jobs to the economy, and gold dropped $19 in its ounce. $19, that's a tremendous amount. It hasn't went down before since about, I'd say, $7 at least. But anytime you have thousands of jobs adding back to the economy, gold will drop at least 20 bucks. It's going to happen. It's just a backup plan. Now let's talk about silver. Silver was actually $5 an ounce before. Now people are saying, hey, it's one of the best investments we can actually get into. Yes, honestly, it is. I love my silver bar. I honestly love it. I have a lot of silver. I put a lot of stuff into it, and it's a real good investment. Now, however, there are cons. Remember, if you buy silver today, the government has the legal right to take your silver. Why? Silver is a federal backup plan. The Fed backs everything up into precious metals. And there are 4 precious metals we actually use. Palladium, gold, silver, and copper. We actually use less copper right now because it's easier to secure high quality valuables such as silver and gold. Now, silver is what they call the poor man's gold, and copper is the poor man's silver. Gold you'll actually find at $1,800 an ounce. Silver, you'll find it around $33 an ounce. Copper, you're actually going to end up finding around $3.8 an ounce. That's cheap. That's really cheap. But here's the weird part. When it actually comes to grams, you got to realize you're talking about some real cheap stuff. Now, we're going to do another video about copper pennies, but let's talk about the perfect con for silver. The government can legally take your silver. It's a precious metal. It's not meant for civilian use. The government stated in the direct article that silver is not something the civilians need to buy into. It's just a backup plan. So one, the government can take your silver. They can also take your gold. They took people's gold before. You were before only allowed to have 5 ounces of gold. And if you had more than that, you had to give it to the government. You were only allowed to have 1 pound of silver. And if you had more than that, it had to go to the government. Backup plan. We did it before in the Great Depression. So the pro of silver, gold is going to go up. Now, it's not expected that the economy is actually going to get better because of the problems we're actually having overseas, Iran, Libya. Oil is another thing. That's an amazing investment. But 2 things are going to kill oil. The water cars and the electric cars, or basically the hydrogen cars. You can call it what you want. But silver is one of the best investments. Now, I would tell you to get into it. In fact, I would actually give out my free bar of silver, but that's for me. Better yet, if the video gets 100 views, I'll give it out. I'll pick a comment and just say, hey, take the bar. I'll mail it to you. I got no problem with that. But pro, con, the pro is silver is going to go up. It's already known. Everyone needs silver. Think about how many electronics we have right now. Think about the iPad. The iPad uses gold, it uses silver, and it uses copper. 3 known precious metals on the market right now it actually needs. So that's what you're going to do. You want to invest in something that the world needs. The world needs cotton, the world needs corn, the world needs different things for biofuels, the world needs gold, it needs precious metals. Invest in it while you can, invest in it while it's cheap. It's $33 now, it's expected to go up to $173 an ounce. That's a tremendous amount. However, government can't take it. If you don't want, I'll tell you what you can do. Let's say you wanted to invest in silver. Where do you go? You can go online, you can go to Monex.com, you can go to Apex, you Google it. Should you invest in something like this? Honestly, I say you should. The best thing is, how do you invest in silver? You can have silver in hand. Here's the problem you're going to end up running into. Silver, you can buy silver's ETF. ETF is the electronic trading fund that you can actually get online. You can get it at E-Trade, Fidelity, Scottrade. You can get it at ING. It's a lot of different things you can actually do. But if you get the silver here, here's what's going to happen. If you get the ETF, you have to pay a commission. The commission for some of them are $4, some are $6, some are $9.95, some are $7.95. It depends. So if silver is $33, you have to pay $33 plus the commission. So if you have to pay $33 plus the example $7 commission, because I have Fidelity, you have to pay $7. So let's just say $40. $40 for 1 ounce of silver. What that is that you're actually putting money in on the silver price. So you're actually paying the top traders for 1 ounce, which is actually going to be $7 there. That's it. If you want more, that's fine. It's going to be the same amount. If you want 100 shares of silver, it's still going to be $7.95. But if you want to trade it out or buy it out, it's going to be the same thing. So that's for silver on the stock market. Now here's a con. The stock market can crash. In fact, it crashes at least 3 times every year, and there's a major crash. People lose billions on the stock market right now. So there's a con. This can crash. Okay? Now, if you want silver in your hand, it's going to cost you a tad bit more. Now this is silver here, and let's say you actually wanted this. Well, that's fine. But you got to pay more than $33 for it. If you go to a jeweler, they're going to charge you 1/3 the price. They're going to charge you an extra $11. Why? It takes time to make this. It takes time to melt it, to stamp it. This is not the stock market. This is real world hustling. You can call it hustling right now. You go there, they're going to charge you $33 plus 11 plus a third of it. So it's going to cost you $44 to get 1 ounce of silver in your hands. Now, why should you get silver in your hands and not an ETF? Silver in your hand is better because you can actually trade it in case the stock market collapses. The ETF is okay because it's a bit cheaper. It's only $7, and you can buy out anytime you want. Let's say it went up to $500 an ounce. Great, you just made money. Silver here made money, but remember, you got to find a way to secure it. You need to make sure that you secure your precious metals. A lot of people don't. People get robbed, they get stolen. Hey, things happen. You have to find a way to secure these things, okay? ETF, if you want to get it on the stock market, it's going to cost you the price of silver plus a commission, which is going to be a couple of bucks. If you want it in your hand, the jeweler is going to charge you 1/3 the price, or if it's $33, $11, $44 for each ounce of silver. If you want it in your hand because you want to see the silver, you can do that. If you want a bit more security, you get it in your hand, you buy it, you pay that extra. If you just want the ETF, go on the stock market, get an account with these people. It's absolutely free. You have nothing to lose for it. Absolutely nothing. That's how you invest in silver.